Hey friends, this is Sonu sir, your friend, mentor and guide for today's session, that is law of demand. It is very important question as far as 12th standard is concerned. It will be asked for 8 marks and we have to score full marks. सवाल ही नहीं है, full 8 में से 8 आना ही चाहिए. For that, you have to follow my very simple instructions. We will divide this answer in 8 different points. चलो start करते हैं. The first point is about introduction. In introduction part हम लोग लिखेंगे This law of demand was introduced by Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics, which was published in 1890. The first part is over. Then second, statement of law. Statement मतलब definition. इसमें इन्वर्टेड कॉमा, डबल इन्वर्टेड कॉमा एंड फुल स्टॉप बहुत अच्छी तरह से यूज करना. अकॉर्डिंग टू प्रोफेसर अल्फ्रेड मार्शल, अदर थिंग्स बीइंग इक्वल, हायर द प्राइस ऑफ कमोडिटी, स्मॉलर इज द क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड, एंड लोअर द प्राइस ऑफ कमोडिटी, लार्जर इज द क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड. थर्ड इज वेरी यूनिक पॉइंट, हम लोग स्पेशली ये लिखेंगे, दैट इज अल्जेब्रिक एक्सप्रेशन. डिमांड is a function of price. D is equal to f of p. The fourth is next अपना जो point जाएगा, it is about the schedule. जो schedule रहेगा वो हम लोग draw करेंगे in 2 column. First is price of commodity and second with quantity demanded of that commodity. As shown in table, when price of commodity X is rupee 50, quantity demanded is 1 kg. When price falls from 50 to 40, the quantity demanded rises from 1 kg to 2 kg. Similarly, rupees 30, the quantity will be 3 kg, and when the price fall from 20 rupees to 10 rupees, the quantity demanded rise from 4 kg to 5 kg. Then fifth and the most important one is diagram. Here x-axis represent quantity of commodity and y-axis represent price of commodity. Demand curve slopes downward from left to right. It has a negative slopes and there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Next heading is assumptions. Assumptions are nothing but the conditions of law. First point in assumption is constant level of income. Law of demand is to find true operate, then consumers' income should remain constant. Actually, there is a direct relationship between income and demand. If there is a rise in income, demand will also rise. Second, no change in size of population. It is assumed that size of the population should remain unchanged. Any change in size and the composition of the population of the country will definitely affect the total demand for the product. Third is the price of substitute goods remain constant. It is assumed that price of substitute remain unchanged. Say for example, if there is a rise in price of tea, the demand for coffee will increase. Next, fourth point is price of complementary goods remain constant. It is assumed that price of complementary goods remain unchanged because a change in price of one good will affect the demand for another. Say for example, the car and petrol are jointly demanded. If the price of petrol increases, then definitely the demand for cars will reduce. Next point, no expectation about future changes in price. It is assumed that consumers do not expect any further change in price of near future. If consumer expect a rise in price in near future, then they may demand more in the present even at existing high price. This mostly happen before Diwali. The prices of sugar always rises in Diwali. Next point is no change in taste, habits, preference and fashion. It is assumed that consumers' taste, habits, preference and fashions should remain unchanged. Any change in these factors will definitely lead to change in the demand. The seventh point is no change in taxation policy. There is inverse relationship between the taxation and demand. Taxation policy of government has a great impact on demand of various goods and services. Therefore, it is assumed that there is no change in policy of taxation declared by government. ये सब assumptions बहुत important है and all points you have to mention. Next point is exception. Exception मतलब उल्टा, लॉ के रिवर्स में काम करेगा. प्राइस राइज हुआ तो ज़्यादा डिमांड देने का एंड प्राइस फॉल हुआ तो कम डिमांड देने का. देर आर टोटल 6 पॉइंट्स. फर्स्ट वन इज गिफन पैराडॉक्स. Inferior goods or low quality goods are those goods whose demand goes not rise even if their price falls. Sir Robert Giffen observed this behavior in England in relation to bread. He noted that when price of bread declined, people did not buy more because of an increase in real income or purchasing power. They prefer to buy superior good like meat. This is known as Giffen paradox. और इसके लिए हम लोग उनको सर रॉबर्ट गिफन ऐसे उनको एक टाइटल दिया गया था. सेकंड पॉइंट इज प्रेस्टीज गुड्स. एक्सपेंसिव गुड्स लाइक डायमंड, gold, car, these all are status symbol. So rich people buy more of it when their prices are high. प्राइस सस्ता हो गया तो उनका डिमांड नहीं देते वो लोग. थर्ड, स्पेकुलेशन. The law of demand does not hold true when people expect prices to rise still further. For example, prices of oil, sugar, etc. tend to rise before Diwali. So people go on purchasing more at higher price as they anticipate that prices may rise during Diwali. Fourth point is price illusion. Consumer have some illusion in mind that high price goods are better in quality. Branded product मस्त होता है. Therefore, demand for such goods tend to increase with rise in their prices. Fifth point is ignorance. Ignorance मतलब मार्केट का नॉलेज ही नहीं है बंदे को. Sometimes due to ignorance people buy more of a commodity at higher price. This may happen when consumer is ignorant about price of that commodity at other places. Habitual goods, आदत से मजबूर. Due to habits of consumption of certain goods like tea, coffee, tobacco, ये सब ऐसी चीज़ें हैं कि जहाँ पे लोग habitual हो जाते हैं. All these goods they purchase just because they are having habits. Last point is conclusion. ये अपना सबसे important point रहेगा. ओके, थोड़ा extraordinary work ऐसे लिखने का. Law is universally acceptable even though this law have various limitations and exceptions. It is very useful to economic scholars and researchers. Thank you very much.